I opened my dad's laptop and found a fake fundraiser using my face, so I reported it. I was 16 when I opened my dad's laptop to find a homework file. A Venmo notification popped up first. Sarah M. had sent him $500 with a heart and a crying face. My mom's name is Jennifer, so I knew it wasn't her. I clicked it, thinking it was a weird mistake, and my stomach dropped. Sarah had been sending money every month for 2 years, and she wasn't the only one. Dozens of people had paid him, with notes like, praying for your son, and hope he beats this. Beats what? I kept scrolling, trying to make it make sense, and then I saw it in his browser history. A GoFundMe page titled, Help Save My Son's Life, Fighting Stage 3 Leukemia. The son was me. It used my sophomore year school photo, but it was edited to make me look pale and sick. There were fake hospital wristbands, fake bill screenshots, and a long story my dad wrote about how Danny was fighting for his life. He said insurance wouldn't cover an experimental treatment. He said we might lose our house paying for chemo. At the top, it said he'd raised $47,000. I clicked the comments and felt like I was going to throw up. People wrote that they'd been through leukemia too, and they were crying for us. One woman wrote that she was a single mom, but skipped lunch all week to send $20. Another said she sold her wedding ring to help pay for my treatments. While I was reading, another donation came in, $10, with a message telling me to stay strong. I just stared at the screen. I was fine, and strangers thought I was dying. When my dad got home from work, I was waiting in the living room with the laptop open on the table. He walked in smiling, then saw the screen and froze. His face went white. I said, Dad, I don't have cancer. He reached for the laptop like he could close it and erase everything. I pulled it back and said, You've been telling people I'm dying for 2 years. He started talking fast, like if he kept talking, I wouldn't think. He said, I don't understand the pressure, the mortgage, Mom's medical bills, my sister Katie's tuition. He said it started small, just a post to get a few $100s during a rough month. Then people kept donating and sharing it, and he didn't know how to stop. Then he started crying, real crying, and kept saying, I never meant for it to go this far. I asked him why Sarah M. was sending $500 with a heart. He said she was just kind, and she checked on me all the time. I asked him why he kept taking her money anyway. He stared at the floor and said, because we needed it. He tried to put a hand on my shoulder like that would calm me down, and I stepped back. Then he said something that made my skin crawl. He told me if Mom ever asked, I should act tired and say I'm getting treatment, just until he figures it out. I told him to read the comments. Read the one about the single mom. Read the one about the wedding ring. He looked like he wanted to, but he couldn't. He just kept saying, please don't tell your mom. He promised he'd pay everyone back gradually. He said if the page gets shut down and people want refunds, we'll lose everything. The house, any chance of college. He said, let me fix it my way. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw those messages and those little donation notes. I kept thinking about how proud those people sounded, like they were doing something good. Around midnight, I checked the fundraiser again, and it was still up. The total was higher than before. There was even a new update my dad had posted, saying my treatments were getting harder, but I was staying strong. I heard him moving around downstairs. I felt this hot wave in my chest, like anger and shame at the same time. He wasn't stopping. He was doubling down. In the morning, I waited until he left for the office. Then I called the police. My voice shook, and I had to repeat myself. I told them my dad was raising money online by saying his son had stage 3 leukemia, and that the son was me, and I was fine. They asked for the link. They asked if I had proof the photo was mine. I sent screenshots of the page, the Venmo history, the donation notes, everything. After I hit send, I sat on my bed and stared at my hands, like they didn't belong to me. The next day, I heard my mom's voice downstairs go tight and scared on the phone. Then there was a heavy knock at the front door. 2 officers came in and asked for my mom and me. One of them said my father had been arrested at his office during a client meeting. My mom made this broken sound and grabbed the counter. She looked at me like I'd just ruined our lives. The officer asked me to confirm, out loud, that I did not have cancer. I said, no, I don't. My mom's phone buzzed with texts, and I saw, local father, fake sick son, with my dad's name.